Now, every World Cup, there are a handful of standout stars that make names for themselves on the world stage and become household names almost overnight. Today, we're going to look at one player you need to keep an eye on from every World Cup team in the 2022 tournament, starting with Group A. Ecuador, Moises Caicedo makes things happen in midfield. Ecuador have got a bit of a golden generation coming through with the likes of Caicedo at Brighton, Hincapié at Leverkusen and Gonzalo Plata at Valladolid. All under the age of 22 and playing important parts for the national team already. Caicedo is the one to watch for me though. A Premier League regular at the age of 20 and he's played 15 times in qualifying for the Ecuadorians, scoring twice and assisting 4. He is given an attacking licence when playing for Ecuador and we could see him cause a lot of problems for Qatar in their World Cup opener. Expect to see a different side of Caicedo from what you've seen at Brighton. Netherlands, Cody Gakpo, scorer of ludicrous goals. Gakpo only featured 3 times in qualifying, but over the last few months he has made himself a regular for the Dutch national team, having impressed in their Nations League campaign. He is also on fire in the Eredivisie this season, having scored some ridiculous goals with 9 goals and 7 assists in the opening 10 matches of the league campaign. Gakpo is quickly becoming the Prince of Eindhoven and is regarded as the next big thing in the Netherlands. The World Cup will be the perfect opportunity for him to demonstrate his ability on the world stage. Senegal, and someone a little bit different that you might not have been keeping tabs on, playing in the Bundesliga right now, Sadio Mane. Mr. Senegal himself. Sometimes you just have to go for the obvious candidate, and that is the case with Senegal. Time after time, Sadio Mane puts this Senegal team on his back and gets them through tough matches. He plays in a central position for Senegal and often sees a lot of the ball, as you would want to do when you've got someone like Sadio Mane. That said, this Senegal squad is pretty special. He also doesn't play as a striker either. He has a role more similar to a 10 in which he's allowed freedom to explore any areas of the pitch he deems fit. The Senegal game plan is very much pass to Mane and hope he makes something happen. Abdou Diallo is also deserving of a mention. The central defender was brilliant in AFCON for me and is a huge threat from corners, something to watch out for. Qatar, Akram Afif. Qatar's main creator, Akram Afif, is a name not many will be familiar of. However, fans of the Asian Champions League, yeah, not many of us here, but that's why we're doing this video, right? Might be aware of just how good he is and how much of a threat he is from open play. Afif is a left winger that drifts inside onto his right foot, but also featured in the 10 position for Qatar. Last year, when Qatar were invited to play in the CONCACAF Gold Cup versus the likes of the USA, Honduras, and Panama, he tore opponents apart, creating a total of 5 big chances in 5 matches, including a brilliant performance against the USA in which he won a penalty. In fact, if you are a USA fan and you can remember that performance, let me know in the comments below what you think of this guy. Group B. England. Jude Bellingham, one of the most naturally gifted players at the tournament. This will be Jude Bellingham's first World Cup. When England got to the semi-finals of 2018, Bellingham was still only 15 years old, and now he's heading to the World Cup as one of the potential stars of the tournament. Playing in the double pivot, probably alongside Declan Rice, definitely alongside Declan Rice, as long as he stays fit. Why have I just said that? Touch wood. I think we can expect Bellingham to be very easy on the eye when we're on the ball, and we can expect him to drive at defences with his elegant ball carrying. He might not score many or assist, but for purist football fans, he is going to be mouth-watering to watch. Iran, Mehdi Taremi, beware England. I'm worried about this guy, I've got to be honest. Mehdi Taremi, we've spoken about him a few times on this channel, is a feared name in Liga Portugal. Last season, he scored a total of 20 goals in 32 appearances in the league for Porto. I can't believe he's not in the Premier League, if I'm honest. I'm surprised someone like Wolves, I think that's who we put him forward for, hasn't picked him up. This season, he's continuing to perform and has been making a name for himself in the Champions League. That's probably why he's still at Porto, isn't it, really? Scoring a brace versus Bayer Leverkusen away and also registering 2 assists at home versus the Germans. At the age of 30, he's heading into the tournament at the peak of his powers, and England should be very wary of him. USA, Yunus Musa, ex-England international, ready to haunt Southgate? Hopefully not. Once of Arsenal and now of Valencia, Yunus Musa is making waves in La Liga with his complete midfield displays. Capable of playing either centrally or on the right, Musa is physically dominant but also very creative with the ball at his feet. He's also capable of scoring outrageous goals from distance, and at 19 years old, he could be set to announce himself at the World Cup in November. Wales. Nico Williams might not have settled at Forest, but is always brilliant for Wales. Nico Williams usually plays as a left wing back for Wales in their 5 at the back setup and is often a brilliant source of ball progression and creative threat for Wales, who focus on the left hand side when attacking. Something to watch out for is Williams cutting inside on his right, of course, and unleashing hell with a shot from inside. He's been doing this for quite a while for Wales, and sooner or later he's going to score. And when he does, it's going to be a belter. Group C. Argentina, Lautaro Martinez, big game player. Not only is Martinez a huge player for Inter and a scorer of big goals for them, he's also a clutch asset for Argentina. He put in a wondrous performance versus Italy in the International Super Cup at Wembley during the summer. He also put in big performances versus Chile and Colombia in qualifying, scoring the deciding goals in both those matches. He could be a dark horse for the Golden Boot. Mexico, Henry Martin. He is a fox in the box. Henry Martin is a player not many will know about. However, his stats this season are very promising. The striker has scored 13 goals in 15 starts for Club America in Liga MX with a conversion rate of 29%. Very, very strong. The striker could be a secret weapon for Mexico in this tournament, with Raul Jimenez fitness not what it used to be. Poland, Nikola Zalewski, very exciting attacking prospect. At only 20 years old, Zalewski looks to be a very promising winger/wing back. Currently at Roma, the dynamic wide player has made himself a regular for Poland with his positive attacking displays down that left-hand side. With the ability to beat a man and deliver quality balls into the box, he could be a player that shocks a few this World Cup, with everybody focusing, of course, on Lewandowski as their key man. Saudi Arabia, Salem Al-Dosari, direct and dangerous winger. Al-Dosari is a player known for his pace on the dribble and ability to beat a man using his quick feet and turn of pace. However, he's also very good at delivering a ball and making things happen from open play. Al-Dosari can be a difficult player for his opponents to deal with, as he's equally comfortable going to the byline or coming inside and unleashing a shot. He's also deadly from the penalty spot. Group D. Australia, Jackson Irvine always turns up for Australia. Once of Hull City, you'll remember, and now playing for St Pauli in the German second division. Jackson Irvine was pivotal in Australia's qualifying for the tournament, scoring 4 and assisting 5 goals in 16 appearances for the Socceroos. Australia is a team that doesn't really have any stars, so they don't really rely on any individuals. However, Irvine is a big player for them and always guarantees quality. Denmark, Andreas Skov Olsen is an attacking machine. ASO plays as a right wing back for Denmark, but there's nothing defensive about his play. He is a brilliant ball carrying winger who happens to be deployed at right wing back. He also has brilliant end product, be that scoring goals when cutting inside on his left foot or providing crosses into the box. At 6'2", he's very hard to dispossess and terrors fullbacks in every match he plays. France, Theo Hernandez, you know how much we love to talk about this guy. He's such a huge attacking threat. We all know that Mbappe and Benzema are ones to watch this winter. However, we need to talk about Theo Hernandez. Hernandez may not be a regular for France heading into the World Cup, but his performances for AC Milan surely make him unignorable for Didier Deschamps. The Frenchman's pace and physicality down the left-hand side should be utilised by Le Bleu, as no one seems to have an answer for his dynamism in attack in Serie A. He's also a player that can make something happen out of nothing, which is very rare for a left-back, and this should be utilised by France in Qatar. Tunisia is a well-known name, but if you don't know many Tunisian players, of course, he used to play for Sunderland. Wabi Kazri, Tunisia's primary source of attack, currently playing his football in France for Montpellier. Sunderland fans will also be familiar with Wabi Kazri, who had a brief stint in the northeast. Despite it never working out at Sunderland for Kazri, he's still regularly brilliant for Tunisia, such a key man, such a creative force for them, and is often the scorer of important goals. Great from set pieces as well. He plays just off the left, but focuses on affecting centrally. Tunisia may not have a lot of attacking talent, but he's definitely the one to watch. Group E. Costa Rica, Jewison Bennett has made himself crucial to the side at only 18 years of age. Bennett only really features from the bench for his club Sunderland, but towards the end of Costa Rica's qualification campaign, he made real waves and made himself crucial to the side. The young attacker has a good on-field relationship with ex-Arsenal striker, you'll remember him, Joel Campbell, and could make a real name for himself at this tournament. Germany, Jamal Musiala, he's special. Musiala has been nothing short of fantastic for Bayern Munich this season, and at only 19 years old, who knows how high his ceiling is. The attacking midfielder is one of the most comfortable players with the ball at his feet in world football at the minute. His technical ability to manipulate the ball is among the best, and not only this, but he's also averaging 1.33 goals or assists per 90 this season in the Bundesliga, so he's in incredible form and is a potent threat. Could be one of the players of the tournament. Japan, Junya Ito, the complete winger. Japan are a side famed for their dynamic, intricate play, and it's the same this time. It's a squad full of technically gifted individuals who play fast-paced, zippy football, and Junya Ito is a big part of that. Ito is one of the fastest players you'll see with the ball at his feet. However, he's not a one-trick pony. He's got a great eye for goal, having scored 6 goals in qualifying, but he's also capable of creating for others, having also registered 7 assists. Very excited to see him at this tournament. Spain, it's got to be Pedri. Could make this tournament his own. There's always one player who captivates us as viewers of the World Cup, and that World Cup becomes synonymous with them. And it could be Pedri for this one. It could be his World Cup. You know, with Spain not really being a solid side at the back, I expect them to really attack teams this World Cup. And with Pedri's centrality on the pitch, I expect him to flourish. Group F, Belgium. Charles de Ketelaere, star boy in the making. CDK hasn't exploded since arriving at AC Milan, but keen watchers of Serie A will know that there's a serious talent in there, and some of the things he pulls off in games are truly brilliant. And with Belgium's squad being an ageing one, he could be one of the talents that carries the torch for years to come. I think we can expect him to feature somewhat in the World Cup, and for him to impress quite a few when he plays. Canada, Jonathan David, goal-scoring gem. You'd think it would all be about Alphonso Davies when talking about Canada, and whilst the Bayern Munich left-back is a big part, of course, of Canada's new golden generation, it's actually Jonathan David that we should keep an eye on as the surprise this winter. The striker scored 9 goals in qualifying and struck up a beautiful partnership with Carl Larin, who also scored 13 goals. The pair will no doubt cause trouble, and Jonathan David playing as the second striker will no doubt be a problem in Group F. Croatia, Borna Sosa will announce himself this winter. The left side of Croatia's defence excites me, with Gvardiol at left-sided centre-back, who's comfortable in defending the left-back area. It allows Borna Sosa to be quite prominent in his attacking duties and often sees the Stuttgart forward create or get on the end of chances. The left side of Croatia also features Ivan Perisic, and I expect them to combine often in build-up play, and for that side to be a big threat. Morocco, Youssef En-Nesyri, a big man that causes chaos. Morocco is a side that has a lot of technical talent in the 10 position. Of course, my boy Elias Chair is another one to watch. And in the likes of Ziyech, Amin Harit and Munir, but also out wide through the likes of Hakimi, who attacks a lot in their setup. So having a big target man like En-Nesyri could prove to be a blessing for Morocco, as he unlocks the whole system by being that backboard and target to hit. Group G, Brazil, Vinicius Jr., part of an amazing Brazil attack. With Brazil often playing Neymar as a 10, it opens the door for Vinicius Jr. to occupy that left flank that we know for Real Madrid. With Brazil's forward line being pacey and dynamic, the system, it just suits Vinicius. The winger finally looks to be adding goals to his game, with 5 in 9 in La Liga so far this season, so could be a huge goal threat for Brazil if the opposition choose to target Neymar. Cameroon, Andre Frank, Zambo Anguissa, genuine midfield dominator. Anguissa has been a crucial part of the Napoli side, currently tearing up Serie A and annihilating teams in the Champions League this season. Anguissa has shown how complete he is as a box-to-box midfielder this season, in how he carries the ball and how excellent he is at breaking the lines, something he actually did for Fulham, for those Premier League fans who remember him. I expect him to be very useful when Cameroon counter-attack teams in the competition, and for him to be able to provide a supply line to forward Carl Toko Ekambi, who is another important player for Cameroon this year. Serbia, Alexander Mitrovic. Mitrovic's record for Serbia is a joke. The Fulham forward has 50 goals in 76 competitive appearances for Serbia. The exciting thing from a Serbian point of view is that they've been able to create a system which gets the best out of Mitrovic and Vlahovic, with Tadic playing behind them as a 10. They could be dark horses this World Cup, as they have a very balanced and complete 11. Switzerland, Breel Embolo looks to be fulfilling his promise. Embolo is a player that has been highly rated for some time as he was coming through. He's always been great for Switzerland, but has struggled at club level and never really found the form that we'd love to see. However, since joining AS Monaco, he has found that form, having scored 5 in his first 12 games for the club, and looks to be a handful for defenders due to his physicality and athleticism. He's heading to the World Cup in undeniable form and is certainly a player that teams should be cautious of, because form is going to be crucial in this World Cup, possibly more so than other World Cups because of that slight gap between the domestic campaign and the World Cup. Group H, Ghana. Inaki Williams, a player many will be excited to see at this tournament after years of deliberation between trying to get a Spain call-up or committing to Ghana. Inaki Williams has finally decided to represent Ghana. The forward has been brilliant for Atletico Bilbao for years now, and the fact that he switched to Ghana is very exciting as they've got a brilliant squad of players heading into this World Cup. Korea Republic, Kim Min-jae, a man mountain at the back. Obviously, when you think of Korea, you think of Heung-min Son, and he is definitely their best player by a long way. However, they also have Napoli defender Kim Min-jae in their squad, who's been an absolute rock for them this season so far, and he even claimed September's Player of the Month in Serie A. It's like Koulibaly who at Napoli this season. Right, here's a punchy shout. Or is it punchy? Let me know in the comments down below. Rafael Leao, future Ballon d'Or winner? Maybe. Rafael Leao has been nothing short of amazing over the last 18 months. No Serie A defenders have an answer for the left winger. He's got physicality, pace, and world-class close control. He's equally good at creating as he is at converting chances, despite being 6'2". He's got a brilliant ability to keep his body weight neutral, which allows him to change directions on a sixpence, which apparently used to be a coin. There's not a doubt in my mind that he'll be sold for well over 100 million within the next 2 years, and thus he'll probably have a good World Cup in an exciting Portugal side. Uruguay, Georgian de Arrascaeta, one of, if not the best player playing outside of Europe heading into this World Cup. GDA is a very fun player, currently playing for Flamengo in the Brazilian Serie A. He is a very South American style player that has an abundance of flair, but also end product as well, getting 10 assists in qualifying. So there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more over the World Cup, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're going to be doing lives as well, so hit that notification bell and hit the like button if you enjoyed yourself. See you next time.